I thought I was alone. I thought nobody saw the tears. I thought God had forgotten me. But when I look back now, I realize God was there. When I cried in the dark, God was there. When my heart was broken, He heard every prayer. When I couldn't explain why the pain wouldn't end, He stayed beside me closer than a friend. I looked at the storm and thought I would drown, but His invisible hand never let me go down. I couldn't see Him, but He saw me clearly. When I felt abandoned, He was standing near me. Oh, there were nights I questioned if He heard my voice, wondered if silence meant I had no choice. I prayed for an answer, received only time, but later discovered His timing was mine. What felt like rejection was protection instead. What looked like an ending became something ahead. Some doors had to close so my path could begin. God saw the destination while I stared at the wind. I remember the moments I wanted to quit, when the weight on my shoulders felt heavier than it. I smiled around people, then cried when alone, but heaven knew everything happening inside my soul. Nobody knew how close I came to breaking. Nobody knew how much my heart was aching. But God counted every tear that I cried and carried the burden I couldn't provide. I blamed every storm for the scars on my skin, never understanding the work happening within. Pain made me question, but faith made me stay, and grace gave me strength for another day. I wanted an easy road, God gave me endurance. I wanted quick answers, He gave me assurance. I wanted the blessing without understanding the test, but He taught me that waiting could still be His best. God was there when my friends disappeared, when the people I trusted became distant and weird. I thought I had lost everything I had known, but maybe God was teaching me how to stand alone. Not truly alone, cause He never left, even when loneliness stole my breath. Sometimes God removes what we think that we need to show us that He is the only foundation indeed. God was there when my plans fell apart, when disappointment hit straight through my heart. I thought I knew exactly where I would go, but heaven had a road that I didn't yet know. The map wasn't clear, but His hand was steady. I wasn't prepared, but His grace kept me ready. Every unexpected turn had a reason behind it. I couldn't see the picture because I was standing inside it. God was there when my plans fell apart, when disappointment hit straight through my heart. I thought I knew exactly where I would go, but heaven had a road that I didn't yet know. The map wasn't clear, but His hand was steady. I wasn't prepared, but His grace kept me ready. Every unexpected turn had a reason behind it. I couldn't see the picture because I was standing inside it. God was there when regret called my name, when I replayed my failures and carried the shame. I thought my mistakes were the end of my story, but mercy stepped in and redirected the glory. Grace doesn't pretend that the past never happened. It takes what was broken and makes it a lesson. I am not my worst day, my failure or sin. I'm someone Christ rescued and started again. God was there when my faith became weak, when I had no more words and no strength to speak. Sometimes my prayer was simply a tear, but somehow I knew that my Father was near. You don't need perfect words when your heart is sincere. God understands every silent prayer. He hears what your mouth doesn't know how to say, and holds you together when you feel you're breaking away. I was there in the waiting room of my life, when every unanswered prayer felt like a knife. I asked how much longer, how long must I wait, but He was preparing something beyond my current state. Waiting taught patience, patience built trust. Trust made my faith stronger than fear ever could. Now when I don't see what tomorrow will bring, I remember I'm held by the hand of my King. I was there when nobody believed, when they looked at my dreams and told me to leave. I don't blame them, they couldn't see what I saw, but heaven had already written something beyond. Sometimes your calling looks foolish to men, until God turns the impossible into evidence then. So I stopped chasing approval from people below and started following the one who already knows. God was there through the nights without sleep, when thoughts became oceans and emotions ran deep. I searched for an answer inside of my mind, but peace came when I left all my worries behind. I learned I can't control everything that occurs, but I can trust the one whose purpose is sure. So I gave Him my future, my fear, and my plans, and found greater peace in surrendering